Welcome. Thursday. Again, as I said yesterday, trying out new styles in my hair. This is just sort of a messy front instead of a tsunami wave. I kind of like it. Um, anyway, moving on. It's for my boys. That is, it's for my boys. Let's get into the trading. Let's make this nice and quick. We've had 8:30 news. It hasn't done much. Really, it's just sort of caused a big. That was not even. That was before the news release came out. We just came down and did that, and then we've. It's not of my concern, really. If we look at ES as well, not as big. But today is a tricky one. Today is a tricky one indeed, because obviously yesterday we inversed this daily gap. We're getting legs up. We're now within this daily gap right here. And there's 4 hour imbalance here. In my opinion, the higher time frame is now in a buy model, so I want to look to align that internal model. So on the lower time frames, I'm looking for longs really ideally. But the what makes it tricky today is a pullback is to be expected. With the 4 hour change in the state, series of down close candles. Check out these lows down here. And we've opened up a 4 hour imbalance. So a pullback isn't unexpected. A pullback it's not to be expected, but it wouldn't be stupid to see some selling pressure today, which is what makes today tricky. Is this going to hold bearish, or are we going to run through it like these ones in the daily? We don't know. It wouldn't be dumb to look for sells, but it also wouldn't be dumb to look for longs. And this is where it's really important, and these days are really tricky. We could also just go sideways for the rest of the day, and then this daily imbalance opens up and we trade into that on Friday. Then we long on Friday New York session, because you don't know yet. Nobody knows yet, which what makes days like these really tricky, where we're pretty overextended. It wouldn't be dumb to look for a pullback, and this is where I struggle personally. I feel with what to do, what to look for, what buyers to look for. If we look at last Tuesday, that I got the wrong end of the stick. It was again another similar situation to this, and I was a fool. Not really, but days like these are hard. But what I'm looking at is this internal model. If you zoom out on the 5 minute is what I like to do. You can see we're generating the highs. We've come down into this imbalance. I'd like to see an SMT. But we have one. We have an SMT there that came from the news, I believe. Yeah. So there's an SMT at those lows right there. And on the 15 minute, we've just inversed this 15 minute gap and pulled back to it as well. But again, I'm not looking to trade till open, which is in 18 minutes. But I want to look for longs. We've been generating highs. This is very clear. Generated high. Generated high. It's just, you're looking for that point in which we expect to reject, which we've got a 1 hour imbalance right here. We did inverse this one, but like this is the one in discount. And we are in discount of this range now as well. So a long up to the exit or this buy side level would be nice. We just have to wait and see what price gives and be really patient, because again, these days are tricky. On ES, we're in a similar situation, just a bit higher up. No SMT at any highs yet. I'm quite cold. But yeah, that is how I'm looking at the price action going into today. But it's a tricky one. So I'm just looking to stay patient, stay waiting. And we'll see what price gives. So looking at this internal range really today, we'll see what gives. So catch you in a second. Peace. All right, let's just get this over with. First trade was super duper stupid. Exact same mistake that I've made before. Literally last Tuesday, I literally pulled up the journal in the during the pre-market video. I pulled up a journal day, and that day was last Tuesday, and I said I don't want to do what I did that day, not look at the 5 minute, which is on the wrong side of it. Oh my god, my contact's really hurting. Ow, my contact. Oh my god. But anyway, I'll put some eye drops in after this. That looks weird. Don't like that. Anyway. Oh my god. Let's get this over and done with. So, obviously I was bullish. I very much married that bias. And I said a pullback wouldn't be... Expecting a pullback wouldn't be stupid. Like, it's completely possible, that's the word. It's possible a pullback is there. And well... Yeah, so the first trade was off this 1 hour imbalance. And obviously, honestly, it was a bit of a weird one because I looked at NQ. So obviously we had these lows here, right? Right. On micro NQ, this candle at 829 took it out. On NQ, it didn't. And that's what threw me off. If you look at NQ, the 829 candle is not at this low, but micro NQ is. And that really confused me because they're supposed to be the same. And that really confused me. So I took it as, oh, right, okay. I took it off of NQ because this is the index, you know. So I took NQ, I took it as NQ. So we came down and took that low. Then came down again. I don't know why I decided this was the change in state when this move lower took nothing. There was no SMT at this move lower either. Like, oh, at the time as well, there was an SMT. I forgot about that. Literally the exact same trade as last Tuesday. And I did it again. I did it fucking again. The exact last trade. Same trade as last Tuesday. We had the SMT. Pretty big SMT. I don't know why I took this as a change in the state, but I did. If we come down and took this low, if we took that low, then that would be a valid change in the state. But we didn't take that low, so it's not. So I don't know why I presumed that. I think I was just searching for a trade. I don't know why I presumed that, but we inverse this gap. We re-tap it right there. That's where I get in. I stopped at that low, and I was targeting literally a fucking 1 to 1.12. I never, since changing to the way Justin trades, these trades don't work out. A trade will present itself with good art, and that's when you take it. This is low quality. This is shit. And I was also targeting the external draw of this range as well, because, you know, generating buy side. We're still generating buy side at the highs, look. So that's that. But that was the first trade, and that was diabolically bad. That SMT then got ran through completely, and we sold off down to sell side. There was an SMT at the time. When ES took it at 9:48, there was the SMT. But 10 a.m. came in, we took sell side. And I was seeing, right, okay, here. We've got the clear accumulation. We manipulate lower. And then we're going to distribute. And that's what I was looking at. So we come down. We manipulate. Awesome. And then I'm just waiting at that point. We get legs back up. We inverse 2 gaps in one go. It's a bit messy now. So we inverse this gap right here. And then this small 1 minute gap. I actually drew on the 2 minute gap instead, because the 2 minute gap was cleaner in my opinion. Inverse the 2 minute gap. I entered my first contract. I did one contract on this one right here. Off the retest of this one, looking to add to this. So I've entered one around here, stop down there, looking to add, target in the buy side in the 5 minute imbalance, and then again this level which lines up with the standard deviation from this manipulation leg. So I'm like, right, this is looking good. You know, I got in with one. I waited for time to add. We inverse the 2 minute gap, and also got a 1 minute and a 2 minute change in the state of delivery. So I had my second contract at the retest of the 1 minute change in the state. We had really good volume here. We were just clear going up, really good volume. So I added my second contract there, and I put my stop at this low because we had another 1 minute imbalance right here. So I'd want to see that if we're bullish and going to these highs, I want to see this hold. So I entered the second contract here. Stop was then moved from here to here. So I was risking about 70 at the first position, and then I added on, I was risking about 140. So I doubled my risk. But I was in a good position to catch the trade up to here. Price then came down into this 1 minute imbalance and put in an SMT with the bullshit. It's not a clear low, it's just a random 1 minute low. We put in an SMT. We came back up, sorry. And then this 3 minute gap, I was waiting. I was like, I'll go break even when we inverse this gap. If we run this, I'll go break even. We never ran it. We kept chopping up. It's held bearish for so long. It's not clean. It's not clear. Like, this is not nice price action. So I got out at pretty much break even because of the spread. This is a really quick move down. I got filled there. So I lost like 0.03% on this. And honestly, if we don't hit our stop and go up now, I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't care. This trade was just so diabolically bad. There's no internal model. I need to wait for the internal model, and that means buy side has been generated. This is not sell side of the curve. We just dump. This is just dump. This is sell side of the curve because we have generated buy side. So I'm happy with this second trade, and I don't care it's been stopped out. I got off lucky. I'm only down $200 on the day. The account is where we started at the start of the week, pretty much. It's not all bad. I don't care about the money in the slightest, but it is annoying. We had a really good trading day yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Tuesday. But this week has been pretty all over the shop. Well, yesterday was fine. Tuesday was fine. Monday was not so fine, but I had the good habits to keep in place. It was still a small loss. But if we run it, I don't give a shit because I got off lucky with this one. This shouldn't have happened, but it did. I'm not putting full blame on this, but I did have to go empty the washing machine at 9:20, and then I had to put all the clothes on the tumble dryer, clothes on the air, or whatever. And I was literally running around the house. I got back at my computer at 9:28. So I was rushing. I can't blame it on that. I'm not really blaming that at all. It is my fault. I took the trade. It's not anyone else's fault but mine. I took the trade. But it is annoying when I've got to do shit like that, because every time I've had to leave the charts between 2 and half 2, so 9 and half 9, I'll take a bullshit rush trade. Every time. I sat down and I said, right, don't be a retard here. Sorry. Don't be an idiot. So I went, breathe, calm down, because I was running about. And then I still fucking do it. I still do it. So I struggle. I'm struggling today. My mind's not in the right place. I did a 10k run today, man. I was feeling so good. I got back from a run. I'm like, right, I'll go back from my run. I'll go back, have a shower, and I'll sit down and I'll feel so good. I don't understand my brain sometimes. I do really nice stuff, and then it goes in the bin. But I'm going to play darts with my friend in a minute. So, I can't really complain. It's just a shit day on the charts, but that doesn't reflect a shit day off the charts. And I got off lucky with this second trade, which is fine. But this first trade is pretty bad, which is why today is an angry face L. I had bad habits, say the same mistakes as last Tuesday. I didn't even look at the 5 minute. If you look at the 5 minute, when I took this trade, I didn't look at the 5 minute, and I'd clearly see. If I did, I'd clearly see. Oh my god, we've had a 5 minute change in the state. We've opened up a 5 minute imbalance. We've pulled back to both of them, That is a good trade. Yes, the higher time frame is bullish. This is bullish to me. You know, we're generating buy side or whatever. And we were in a 1 hour imbalance, which also got ran, by the way, and I still took another long, so who knows what's going on in my brain. But, you know, we came into this 1 hour imbalance. If I looked at the 5 minute, I'd clearly see it on a 5 minute change in the state. 5 minute imbalance opened up. 5 minute breaker block has opened up. We've filled all three, and then we've moved lower to sell side. Like, that is not a trade I'd necessarily take. I can't. What is that? A 2.37R risking. Like, it's not a trade I'd relatively take, but it is a good trade because it just doesn't align with what I'm seeing on the bigger time frame. Even though I did say, you know, a pullback can be expected. I just didn't look at the 5 minute. If I looked at the 5 minute and saw this, I'd say I'm not gonna long here. But I didn't look at the 5 minute, which is exactly the same. If you look at last Tuesday on the 5 minute, is this the 5 minute? Yeah. On the 5 minute, yeah, we had an SMT. We had an SMT today, but the 5 minute had the change in the state, had an imbalance and a breaker. Like, why would I trade against that? I did it last Tuesday and I thought I'd learn from my lesson, but no, 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 I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I'm going crazy. My eyes hurting. But there's nothing I can do now. The trade is done. I would have been stopped out now as well. If I left my stop there, I would have been stopped out. So getting off just under break even was the right decision in my opinion. I'll keep that on for the picture purposes. But it's a rough day in the office. Damage limitation though. If I didn't get out of break even, it would have been a like 500. No, what? $350 loss day, which is, it's just over what I'm willing to lose, but I'm willing to lose that much on a really good trade. I'm not willing to lose that much on bullshit trades like these two. So there's still some things to iron out in my trading, and that's become evident to me today. There's still some things psychologically that need ironing out as well. And that making days like this, making videos like this are so tricky. Because there's people in the Discord server today that took shorts when I took longs, and that's completely valid. You know, there's days like these are hard, and I didn't have the patience to deal with it. So am I even a trader? Who the fucking know? I'm going loopy. I'm going loopy, man. Oh my god. Anyway, that's been a trade recap today. A fall from grace, one could say. Last week I had a stellar week, caught the perfect 5-hour trade, and there's not been the opportunity to do that today. But there's certainly been opportunities to not take trades. Like yesterday and today. Monday was fine. This isn't fine. But, you know, what can you do except take it on the chin? What can you do? I'm getting the thumbnail ready, sorry. Ah! What can you do except take it on the chin? I'm jumping about. Sorry, guys. There's nothing that can be done except taking the loss on the chin, learning from it, and actually implementing what you've learned. So I didn't do that. I looked at the 5. Oh, my hair is so short. I'm actually going. That's the thumbnail right there. That's the thumbnail. I'm just going loopy, dog. Why do I do this to myself? You know, I'm just gonna this piece of paper above my computer. You know, just observe and react. Don't spam buttons. I haven't spammed buttons in a very long time, actually. We can... It's a win. Don't over risk. I haven't over risked in a very long time either. I am $200 down on the day. My max loss per day is $300. So, you know, don't over trade. Don't over trade. You will lose. That is what my paper says. And, well, there's a bit of over trade in there. There's no need to re-enter in today. But I lost $20 from re-entering, and it put me in a position to be green on the day, which doesn't matter. The penal doesn't matter. It was still a sensible target, sensible stop, whatever. But this trade put me in the position to take a good trade. But I'm glad I got out. I'm happy with the second trade. The second trade I'm so happy with because it was clear manipulation, 10 a.m. distribution. We had the entry confidences, and then we just chopped. So, you know, second trade is fine. First trade, bullshit. Second trade, you know what? Good fucking job. I'll take that. First trade, fucking F quality, fail, D, mega D, fail quality. Second trade, B plus, C minus. What you know. Either way. The only thing that can be done now is learn, journal, meditate, because my mind is fucked today. I did my meditating today, but I didn't do it in the morning like I normally do. I did it after my run because I was I was procrastinating my run for like an hour, and then I went on my run. Ignore the Discord pings, my bad. Fuck. Yeah, journal, meditate, sit on it, learn, forget, but don't forget the lesson. And then what I'm doing today is I'm going to throw some darts with my boy. So, you know, it'll be good. That'll be good to get my mind off this. After I've journaled, obviously, I'm going to journal while I'm sat in these emotions. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys watching. You know, it does mean a lot. Sitting through me losing my fucking brain. It's been a long nap session. Peace out, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Where we decide if we end green or red on the week, because at the minute we're just about green. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have what I'm looking at for tomorrow. I got an NQ actually. What I'm looking at for tomorrow is we open a daily imbalance. London session chops around into it. New York AM, boom, SMT manipulation. Oh. That is what I'd like to see going into New York AM, if AM is like right there. You know, that is what I'd like to see. SMT displacement on a smaller time frame. Let's zoom in here. How do I go back on this? I can't. Anyway, and then you know this is the internal model. I can't do this. Let me zoom in. 1 minute. Whoa! I can't go that far ahead. There we go. 5 minute. I can't go that. 15 minute. This is what the internal model looks like. Like here, we're generating buy side. We take the SMT, displace, pull back, target the internal high, and then leave a runner to some form of external high. That is what I'm looking at going into London. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. My person's in the way. I'm in the way. What a scuffed video. Anyway, what I'm looking at going into tomorrow, you know, we open up a daily imbalance somewhere around here. London session chops us into this imbalance. New York AM opens, boom, 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 boom. That is what I'd like to see going into tomorrow, you know. Would be nice to end the week on a win like that. But you never know. There we go. Sorry for this video being scuffed now after that. Whoopsie. Right, peace out, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all you guys for subbing. We're at 315. That is mental. But appreciate every single one of you. Peace.